A small mission compound in Texas is surrounded, and inside, the defenders know relief isn't coming. Outside the walls, Santa Anna has a choice to make that can end this fast or turn it into a legend. By the end, you'll understand why Santa Anna gambled on terror at the Alamo, how that decision reshaped the Texas Revolution, and why his victory became the trap that destroyed him. This isn't just a battle, it's a test of how power works, how a single order can decide who lives, who dies, and which side the world remembers as heroic. If Santa Anna won at the Alamo, why did that victory become the moment he started losing everything? At dawn, the courtyard is quiet. Smoke hangs low like fog. A wall is pocked with fresh scars. Then the rifles crack. A line of prisoners flinches at the sound. Some close their eyes, some stare straight ahead. A man in a plain coat watches from horseback. He does not shout. He does not look away. This is Goliad, March of 1836. And in a few minutes, the war in Texas will change shape. Not because a battle is won, but because a decision is made. A decision that will echo all the way to San Jacinto and to a phrase that still burns in American memory. Remember the Alamo. But here is the first question. If Santa Anna believed fear would end the rebellion, why did it ignite it instead? Before the shots at Goliad, there is a march. General Urrea has taken prisoners along the coast. Men surrender under terms they think will protect them. Many are immigrants from the United States. Some are Tejanos. Some are Tejanos. Some are simply caught in the flood. They are herded to the old mission at La Bahia. They wait. They bargain. They write letters. They tell themselves that civilized armies honor paroles. But Mexico has changed its rules. Santa Anna's government has branded foreign fighters as pirates, not soldiers, not prisoners of war. Pirates. That word strips away mercy. It turns surrender into a trap. On paper, it is policy. In the courtyard, it is blood. Urrea hesitates. He has his own instincts. He has his own politics. But orders arrive. The order is simple. Execute them. So the gates open. The prisoners are marched out in groups. They think they are being moved. They think they are going home. They are taken to open ground. Then the muskets rise. Then the world narrows to noise and smoke. Some run, some fall. Some crawl into brush and mud and miracle. A few live to tell the story, and stories travel faster than armies. So the question sharpens. Did Santa Anna understand that terror is also a message, and messages can be intercepted? To understand the gamble, you have to understand the man. Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna is not a cardboard villain. He is a survivor. He is a politician in uniform. He rises and falls and rises again. He reads crowds. He reads weakness. He can be charming. He can be ruthless. And he believes Mexico is slipping. The country is young. It is torn by regions. It is haunted by debt. It is bruised by foreign pressure. Texas is only one frontier. But it is a frontier that attracts Americans. Families come under Mexican law. They take land. They plant cotton. They bring enslaved people. They bring their language, their religion, their politics. Mexico tries to control it. Mexico tries to slow it. Then Mexico tries to slow it. Then Mexico centralizes power. The old federal promises weaken, and resistance grows, not just in Texas, in Zacatecas, in other states. Santa Anna answers with force. He crushes a revolt in Zacatecas. The lesson is brutal. The lesson is meant to be remembered. Then he turns north. He wants speed. He wants certainty. He wants an example. He believes a hard strike will stop the infection. So he pushes an army through winter, across rivers, across scrub, across hunger. Men march with ragged shoes. Cannons sink. Horses die, but he keeps moving, because delay is dangerous, because politics back home are always waiting. So here is the question. If Santa Anna's true enemy was instability in Mexico, why wager everything on a lightning campaign in Texas? Quick recap, here's what we know so far. And the one detail that still doesn't fit. The Alamo wasn't the main prize. Santa Anna was hunting something bigger than a fort. So what was he really trying to capture? Territory? A government? Or a message written in blood? Pause the battle for a second, because the most dangerous weapon of the Alamo isn't a cannon, it's a calendar. And it's about to run out. On the Texas side, the rebellion is not one clean story. It is arguments and meetings and sudden choices. Some want independence. Some want the old Mexican Constitution restored. Some want time. Some want war. There are settlers from the United States who distrust Mexico. There are Tejanos who distrust central power. There are men who simply distrust whoever is nearest. And there are leaders who do not agree on anything except danger. In late 1835, Texans win a quick success at San Antonio. It feels like a beginning. It feels like momentum. But the victory also creates a problem. A city must be held. A garrison must be fed. A garrison must be to vend. A line must be defended. Then a mission becomes a fort. The Alamo. It is not perfect. It is not designed for a siege. The walls are uneven. The perimeter is large. The defenders are few. But leaving it feels like surrender. And in politics, symbolism is a weapon. Men arrive. Men leave. Men promise reinforcements. Time is spent. And Santa Anna is coming. He is coming fast. So the question formed. Was the Alamo held because it could be held? Or because no one could bear to abandon it? Inside the walls, the defenders aren't just waiting to die, they're deciding how they want to be remembered. But who exactly benefits if the Alamo becomes a martyr story? Now flick the map around. Mexico isn't the distant empire here, Santa Anna is, and that distance is about to cost him control. The first sight of Santa Anna's army is a shock, not because Texans did not expect soldiers, but because the soldiers are there, now. Winter has not stopped them. Distance has not slowed them. On February 23, 1836, the Mexican vanguard appears. San Antonio is exposed. The defenders fall back into the mission. The siege begins. A red flag is raised. No quarter. It is a message in fabric, a promise of what surrender will not bring. Inside, men count powder. They shape bullets, they listen to cannon fire, they argue, they pray, they write. William Barrett Travis sends his letter. He asks for help. He speaks of honor. He speaks of victory or death. The letter rides out, across brush, past patrols, toward men who are also short on time. James Bowie is sick. Davy Crockett is there, larger than life and still human. The garrison is a mix. Frontiersmen, immigrants, Tejanos, young men, old soldiers. And outside, Santa Anna watches. He orders trenches. He orders batteries. He orders pressure. He orders pressure. He wants the Alamo taken. Not tomorrow, now. Because he believes speed will break the rebellion. Because he believes delay will invite reinforcements. Because he believes the world is watching. So the question tightens. When Santa Anna chose urgency over caution, did he already accept the cost, or did he misunderstand it? Quick recap. Here's what we know so far, and the one detail that still doesn't fit. Santa Anna could have starved the Alamo out, and everyone knew it. So why choose the loudest, costliest option, and who pressured him into that timeline? Days grind on. The Mexican cannons speak. The walls shudder. The defenders fire back. Sometimes a shot finds a man. Sometimes it finds only stone. Morale swings. A rumor of help arrives, then fades. A cold night settles. A man coughs. A man laughs too loudly. The siege is not constant chaos. It is waiting. Waiting is its own violence. And Santa Anna is not alone. His officers have opinions. Some urge patience. Some urge a tighter siege. Some warn about casualties. The Alamo can be starved. It can be isolated. It can be taken with less blood. But Santa Anna wants the drama. He wants the lesson. He wants Texas to see what happens. On March 6th, before daylight, the assault begins. Columns move in. Footsteps in darkness. Ladders carried. Orders whispered. Then the defenders notice. Then the cannons boom. Then the rifles flash. Men shout in Spanish. Men shout in English. Smoke swallows faces. Ladders scrape walls. Bodies fall. More climb. The attackers surge. The perimeter collapses. Fighting becomes close. Knives. Butts of muskets. Hands. There is no clean ending. Only rooms taken. Only breath lost. Only silence arriving. By morning, the Alamo is gone. The defenders are dead. A few non-combatants survive. Women, children, enslaved people. They will carry the news. Santa Anna has his victory. But victory can be expensive, and it can be misunderstood. So here is the question. Did Santa Anna win the Alamo, or did the Alamo begin to win the war for Texas? The Mexican army isn't one unified machine marching in perfect order. If cracks were already forming in Santa Anna's ranks, how did he keep them moving toward a bloodbath? Forget the heroic silhouettes for a moment. Inside those walls, the arguments are uglier than the enemy outside, and one decision seals their fate. News does not travel as a headline. It travels as a frightened voice, as a rider's story, as a survivor's trembling hands. The fall of the Alamo hits like a hammer. It scares people. It enrages them. It also clarifies. Because now there is no illusion. This is not a negotiation. This is not a political protest. This is a war with no quarter. In the settlements, families pack. They load wagons. They move east. They leave homes unfinished. They leave fields. They leave the dead unburied. It becomes the runaway scrape. Mud, rain, sick children, panicked horses. A long line of people who do not know where safety is. Sam Houston is in the middle of it. He is the commander of the Texian army. He is also a politician. He knows the danger of being crushed. He knows the danger of doing nothing. His army is raw. Some men have no discipline. Some have no shoes. Some have no shoes. They want to fight now. They want to rush west. They want revenge. Houston pulls back, again and again. He drills. He waits for the right ground. He waits for the right moment. To many, it looks like cowardice. To Houston, it is survival. Because losing one battle could end everything. So the question rises, was Houston retreating from Santa Anna, or was he drawing Santa Anna into a trap? The defenders send messages, beg for reinforcements, and still, silence. Was it incompetence, bad luck, or did someone decide the Alamo was expendable for a larger plan? In the Mexican camp, there is confidence. there is also strain. The campaign is long. The supply lines stretch. Men are tired. Animals are exhausted. Santa Anna pushes anyway. He believes the Texans are running because they are beaten. He believes the rebellion is collapsing. He also wants to end this before the United States gets ideas, before more volunteers arrive, before Mexico's political center shifts beneath his feet. So he divides his forces. It is a decision that looks logical on a map. Separate columns, multiple tasks. Chase the government, secure crossings, hunt Houston, control the coastline. But division is risk, and speed magnifies it. Santa Anna rides hard. He sleeps little. He demands much. He expects fear to do part of the work. And after the Alamo, and after Goliad, he thinks fear is enough. But fear has a strange twin. Anger. Anger recruits. Anger stiffens spines. And anger is spreading across the Texian camps. So the question becomes sharper. When Santa Anna split his army, did he see it as strategy, or did he see it as inevitability? Quick recap. Here's what we know so far, and the one detail that still doesn't fit. We're told the Alamo was a last stand, but last stands can be chosen. What if the real question isn't who died there, but why they stayed? Hold that image, because the real explosion isn't at the Alamo. It's in what the survivors carry out afterward, and it changes everything. Now we return to Goliad, because the Alamo is not the only story. While the Alamo is under siege, James Fannin is at Goliad. He is told to move. He delays. He hesitates. He struggles with logistics. He has wagons. He has cannons. He has men who argue. When he finally tries to retreat, Mexican forces catch him on open prairie. The fight is hard. Fannin's men form a square. They fire. They hold. Then their ammunition thins. Their water is gone. They surrender. They surrender believing they will be treated as prisoners of war. They are marched back. They wait. They hope. Then Santa Anna's order arrives, and the executions happen. Some bodies are left where they fall. Some are burned. Some are buried in haste. The scene is ugly. The story is uglier. Because this is not rumor. It is testimony. Survivors bring names, numbers, details. And the Texian soldiers hear it. Men who were undecided become decided. Men who wanted to go home stay. Men who wanted to desert pick up their rifles again. Remember, the Alamo is no longer just grief. Now it has a companion. Remember Goliad. 2 wounds, 1 anger. So here is the question. Did Santa Anna intend these killings to end resistance, or did he accidentally forge the very unity he feared? Santa Anna wanted a quick end to rebellion, and the Alamo looked like a shortcut. But what if that shortcut forced him into the one mistake he couldn't afford? There is another layer to this. Mexico's army is not marching through an empty land. There are Tejanos caught between loyalties. There are families with Mexican roots who want local autonomy. There are others who support Santa Anna. There are people who just want to survive. Santa Anna's harsh policies do not sort these differences. They blur them. When an army treats a region as disloyal by nature, it creates disloyalty. When an army assumes treason, it invites treason. And when prisoners are executed, it tells every town that surrender is meaningless. So what is left? Flight or fight. And in the Texian army, anger starts to feel like purpose. Men drill harder. They listen more. Not because they have become saints, because they have become desperate. And desperation can be shaped. Houston chooses ground. He looks for waterways, for trees, for a place where cavalry is limited, for a place where surprise can breathe. Santa Anna, meanwhile, believes he is closing the net. For a place where surprise can breathe. Santa Anna, meanwhile, believes he is closing the net. He believes Houston is cornered. He believes one more push will end it. So the question returns. If both sides think time is their enemy, who is actually using time as a weapon? Quick recap. Here's what we know so far, and the one detail that still doesn't fit. When the first shots ring out, both sides think they understand what's being decided. But what if the Alamo was never about winning the war, only about controlling the story of it? Let's cut away from the gunfire. Santa Anna thinks he just taught a lesson, but the lesson lands on the wrong audience. Late April. The flat land near the San Jacinto River. Tall grass, wet ground, a bend of water, a line of trees. Santa Anna arrives with a portion of his force. Not all of it. The rest is scattered. Some are guarding crossings. Some are chasing politicians. Some are days away. Santa Anna sets camp. He posts defenses. But the camp sits exposed. His men are tired. They have marched hard. They have fought. They have slept in wet clothes. They have eaten what they can. They are confident but thin. Houston's army arrives. Texians are fewer, but they are together. They are angry. They are eager. They are also at last in a position that feels like choice. There is a skirmish, a cavalry clash. The Texians capture a small cannon. They call it the Twin Sisters. Santa Anna responds by building a barricade, a rough wall, saddles, brush, anything. The two armies watch each other, each one trying to read the other's nerve. Then Santa Anna makes a choice. He waits for reinforcements, but he also lets his men rest. He relaxes his readiness. In the afternoon, some sleep. Some play cards. Some cook. The lines soften. The urgency fades. And Houston watches. So the question hangs in the warm air. When Santa Anna finally pauses, is it the first sensible decision of the campaign, or the fatal one? The assault ends, the smoke clears, and Santa Anna gets what he came for, on paper. So why does his success immediately start multiplying his enemies? April 21st, 1836. The day is bright. The wind moves the grass. Houston calls his officers. He gives orders, quietly. There will be no long bombardment, no formal advance. He wants shock. He wants the first volley close. He wants the Mexican camp hit while it is still a camp, not a prepared battlefield. The Texians move. They move through the trees. They move in a line that grows wider. Men grip rifles. Some whisper. Some say nothing. Then they break from cover. They run, they shout. And the words that carry across the field are not a strategy. They are a memory. Remember the Alamo. Remember Goliad. The Mexican camp jolts awake. Drums beat. Officers shout. Men scramble for muskets. Some cannot find their belts. Some are barefoot. A barricade is rushed before it becomes a wall. The Twin Sisters fire. Grapeshot tears into ranks. The Texians crash into the camp. The fight is short, brutal. Minutes that decide a nation. Mexican soldiers try to form lines. They break. They retreat into marsh, into water, into chaos. Texians pursue. Some show mercy. Some do not. It is not clean. It is not noble. It is revenge colliding with opportunity. In less than half an hour, it is over. Santa Anna's force is shattered. The Texians have done what they could not do at the Alamo. They have won. But the story is not finished, because the most important man is missing. So the question lands. In a battle that ends so fast, where does Santa Anna go when his gamble collapses? News of the Alamo races across Texas like fire, and suddenly men who were hesitating start moving. What exactly did Santa Anna do that made neutral people choose a side? One breath before we move on. Santa Anna's next move looks like confidence, until you realize it's the exact setup his enemies are praying for. The morning after, the field is littered. Smoke is gone. What remains is the work no one wants. Wounded men call out. Others are silent. The Texians search the brush. They hunt prisoners. They hunt the general. Then they find a man hiding. His clothes are plain. He is muddy. He claims he is no one. But soldiers begin to look closer. They see the bearing. They see the fear behind the mask. And then other prisoners react. They call him by his title, El Presidente. Santa Anna is captured. The man who promised no quarter is now asking for it. He is brought before Houston. Houston is wounded. He lies in pain, but his mind is clear. Santa Anna's capture is leverage. It is also danger, because rage is still hot. Men want him dead. They want payment. They want justice. They want the simple end. Houston wants something else. He wants Mexico to leave Texas. He wants recognition. He wants a future that is not just revenge. Santa Anna offers orders. He offers treaties. He offers promises. He writes letters to his generals. He tells them to withdraw. And remarkably, they do. The war stops. Not because every Mexican leader agrees, but because armies obey chains of command. And because no one wants to lose the president on a battlefield. So the question becomes uncomfortable. If Santa Anna's signature ends the fighting, how much is that signature worth when his own government may reject it? Texas celebrates. But celebration is not the same as security. The agreement signed with Santa Anna will be debated. Mexico will not quickly accept Texas as independent. Raids and tensions will continue. Diplomacy will stretch on, and in the United States, eyes turn toward the new republic. Texas becomes a magnet for settlers, for speculation, for politics, for arguments about slavery, for arguments about expansion. Annexation is not immediate, but the idea grows. And Mexico watches, Mexico remembers. So do the people who fled during the runaway scrape. They return to ashes, to broken doors, to empty rooms, to graves. And the Alamo becomes more than a battle site. It becomes a story people use. A story to recruit. A story to justify. A story to warn. A story to hide complexities, because the truth is messy. The defenders were brave. The defenders were also fought for different reasons. Mexico defended sovereignty. Mexico defended sovereignty. Mexico also used terror. Texians spoke of liberty. Many also carried slavery into the future they built. History rarely gives pure heroes. It gives choices and consequences. Santa Anna's gamble was to win quickly through fear. It worked at the Alamo. It worked at Goliad. Then it failed at San Jacinto, and the failure reshaped a continent. So the final question remains. When we say, remember the Alamo, what are we choosing to remember? And what are we choosing to leave out?